The community needs good police officers, but the community also has to have trust that those police officers are going to be doing the right thing for the right reason.
The attorney for one of the officers acquitted by a jury yesterday in the death of Manuel Ellis acknowledges some community frustration with that verdict. The officers were found not guilty of criminal charges, but are still the subject of an internal police investigation.
They also face potential civil litigation in the future. King 5's Lionel Donovan is outside police headquarters with today's developments.
Community members gathered in parts of Tacoma today to voice their disapproval with Thursday's verdict. Meanwhile, I had the chance to speak with attorneys for the cleared officers and members of Tacoma's clergy community to find out how they see Tacoma moving forward from this experience. The fallout of the trial of the Tacoma police officers charged in the death of Manuel Ellis is still rippling across Tacoma. Ellis died in March of 2020, and 3 officers were charged as a result.
Not guilty, not guilty, not guilty.
On Thursday, a jury cleared all 3 officers of any wrongdoing. Bishop Lawrence White of the Tacoma Ministerial Alliance says he doesn't fault the jurors, but is frustrated with what the judge ruled not to show in court.
I believe it was a travesty that the judge was allowed to exclude information that is extremely important to this group of people to make a sound decision.
Meanwhile, the attorneys for the officers say the scrutiny that followed Ellis's death has taken an emotional toll.
The trial gave them that opportunity to let their side of the story be heard. So it's been really, really difficult to sit back and listen to some of the coverage and some of the narrative, understanding that that's not what they experienced that night.
As a Tacoma native, Jared Osser says Ellis's death has changed the city and hopes the community can heal.
The verdict on this case is probably going to delay that a little bit because there's pain and people have to heal. But I think ultimately, with time, we'll get there.
Meanwhile, Bishop White says there's only one outcome that he can accept.
For me, justice, since you want me to take personal accountability, for me, in my personal accountability, it would be for these officers to be fired.
However, the Tacoma Police Union issued a statement on Thursday saying, in part, these officers and their families have faced unimaginable stress surrounding this trial. We are thankful that truth finally had its day, but their lives will never be the same. Now is a time for them to heal, along with the Ellis family and the general Tacoma community. The Tacoma Police Department has announced that its internal investigation into the officers' actions has resumed, and the results will be announced within the next 2 weeks. In Tacoma, Lionel Donovan, King 5 News.